been Phoenix Suns fans for a long time, like back to 1993. I got hooked on it. And we've had season tickets for about 18, 19 years. I can remember a very interesting experience we had when the Suns were not doing well. We would have all kinds of other fans. We were like the away game, the away team, which I hated. But we were horrible. Like several years in a row, we were the worst in the league. Anyway, so one time we were playing, and we were playing Boston Celtics, and we did a pretty good job. We were like up by 20 points, and I'm sitting there thinking, boy, I'm so glad we just shut these guys up, the fans, because there are tons of Celtics fans there. And I said, we're all happy that we shut them up. Anyway, so we're going on. We get into the fourth quarter, and then the Suns starts missing, and then the Celtics start getting caught up, and then now the fans are getting really loud and obnoxious. And so we got to a point where we went into overtime. Right near the end of that, and the Celtics did end up winning after we had a 20-point lead. But hey, anyway, so here I am. I'm upstairs in row 2, and this woman, a Celtic fan in front of me, stands up right in front of me, and it blocks the entire view of the entire court. So I'm sitting there kind of looking around like this, and looking around like this, and trying to get around her. And her husband, who's sitting there, finally points it out to her that she's blocking me. And she turns around and gives me this absolute death stare that was just awful. And I could feel that for like 2 days later. I could feel that stare. And what I thought, well, anyway, so then I got, wait a minute, they're doing to us what I was all excited at the beginning that we shut them up, and now they're happy they've shut us up. So that's what sports does, and all this competition and all the things, you have to go and beat the other guys and put them down and humiliate them. And so it's an interesting aspect of sports. But So I'm sitting there, and I was so upset with her. We glared at each other, and then she finally sat down. And then, I was doing the same thing to her, and I said, she's probably a very nice person. I'm a very nice person. And why would we get ourselves in a situation like that when we treat each other like that over a stupid basketball game? And my last parting shot was that I really wanted to just give her a hug, but I thought, I could have stood up. She's standing up. I could have stood up. But I was being, it was like road rage, I'm all upset. She's standing up and blocking. She was in row 1 upstairs blocking. I'm in row 2. What does she have to stand up for? There's nobody in front of her. But anyway, so that was an interesting lesson on sportsmanship. And it did affect me for a couple of days, which I don't need to. And I must say, I'm very pleased. It's very, very seldom do we ever have any of that kind of stuff at the games. Everybody's very cordial, and only one time that I had a drunk person here, opposite teams, our team and their team, and they were screaming, yelling over me, and so I'm sitting there being the peacemaker to the guy in front of me, saying, look, just relax. It's just a game. Don't worry about it. We're winning, and he's all upset. Just relax. So anyway, but that's really, out of all those years, that's about the only time I've ever had any kind of incident that was a problem. So that's a good thing. Yeah, pay attention to what you are contributing to. When you get in any kind of an altercation with somebody, what is your part in it? Were you doing the same thing? Are they reflecting back to you what's part in your heart, the way you feel? It's very interesting food for thought. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.